Okay. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. So let us get started. कल हमने डीसी जनरेटर के बारे में बात कर रहा था. कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हमने देखा डीसी जनरेटर के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. मतलब जब हमारा जनरेटर लोड कर दिया उस समय वोल्टेज और करंट का बिहेवियर कैसे होगा. तो बहुत सारा मशीन्स देखा, मतलब डिफरेंट वेराइटीज ऑफ जनरेटर्स, शंट, सीरीज, कंपाउंड में क्यूमुलेटिव एंड डिफरेंशियल वाला देख लिया और सेपरेटली भी देख लिया. And we have seen the voltage regulation of the machine, in fact the generator. So now we'll start about the last topic in the DC generator. I would say here now it's a parallel operation. Parallel operation of the DC generator. First of all, parallel operation क्यों करना है? Parallel operation करने का जरूरत क्या है? इसका मतलब अगर मान लो आपके पास 10 किलोवाट एक जनरेटर है, 10 किलोवाट एक जनरेटर है, लेकिन आपका लोड हो गया 5 किलोवाट हो गया आपका लोड. ठीक है, तो मतलब सॉरी 15 किलोवाट हो गया. 15 किलोवाट लोड को सप्लाई करने के लिए 10 किलोवाट जनरेटर काफी नहीं है. तो करना क्या, दूसरा जनरेटर खरीदना पड़ेगा which is of the 15 kilowatt, or you buy a new generator which is of a 5 kilowatt and then which makes the 15 kilowatt here. ये वाला आसान हो जाएगा हमको 15 किलोवाट लोड कैरी करने के लिए. अगर मान लो 15 किलोवाट के लिए दूसरा जनरेटर 15 किलोवाट खरीद लिया, what if the additional load is added, for example say another 10 kilowatt is added, 25 kilowatt. Every time I can't buy a new generator which is of whatever the additional load is being added. So then what I need to do, parallel operate karna padega DC generator. So let us see here now how do you operate these things, right? So let me take a shunt generator which is going to parallel operate. Two or both are kind of shunt generators. ये वाला G1 है and बस बार से वाला हमने लोड कनेक्ट कर रहा है इधर. जस्ट कनेक्ट द लोड. So when you connect this generator to this load, तो मान लो ये वाला करंट I1 का करंट हमने पैरेलल ऑपरेशन का ट्रांसफार्मर देखा. ठीक है, इधर भी पैरेलल ऑपरेशन का जनरेटर देखना चाहिए. ठीक है, so I1 is the current which is going here now. This is I1. So same current वापस आ जाएगा, और IL1 rather. So what we are doing here now, second generator एक और ले लो. ट्रांसफार्मर हमने देखा है जब हमने पैरेलल ऑपरेट कर रहे थोड़ा बहुत कंडीशंस को सेटिस्फाई करना पड़ेगा. इधर भी क्या कंडीशंस को सेटिस्फाई करना पड़ेगा. व्हाट आर द कंडीशंस टू बी सेटिस्फाइड व्हाइल पैरेलल ऑपरेटिंग दिस जनरेटर, वो देखना पड़ेगा. सो लेट अस सी हियर नाउ सेकंड जनरेटर, ये वाला इनकमिंग जनरेटर है. तो जब ये वाला चालू होगा स्विच को क्लोज करेगा तो सेकंड जनरेटर से करंट आ जाएगा. ठीक है, तो इसमें दो करंट जाएगा भी, IL1 एंड IL2. सो कंडीशंस क्या है, कंडीशंस फॉर पैरेलल ऑपरेशन. सो पहला कंडीशन क्या है, इसको टर्मिनल वोल्टेज हैज टू बी सेम. वोल्टेज हैज टू बी सेम. सो मतलब अगर मान लो ये वाला 100 वोल्ट्स है which is of 100 वोल्ट्स, मतलब ये वाला पॉइंट 100 वोल्ट्स है, तो सेकंड जनरेटर भी इधर 100 वोल्ट्स होना चाहिए, ताकि आपका इधर देखो वोल्टमीटर कनेक्ट कर दे. कैसे चेक करेगा इसको, तो वोल्टमीटर कनेक्ट करो. वोल्टमीटर 0 रीड करना है. जब ये वाला वोल्टमीटर 0 रीड करेगा then we can close the switch here now. स्विच को क्लोज कर सकते हैं. एंड इफ नॉट, अगर ये वाला सेटिस्फाई नहीं किया, अगर ये वाला सेटिस्फाई नहीं किया तो क्या होगा, As I mentioned already, in transformer, circulating current starts flowing from higher voltage generator to the lower voltage generator. देखा, अगर ये वाला मशीन जनरेटर जैसा एक्ट करेगा, सो करंट बाहर आना चाहिए, आर्मेचर से बाहर आ रही था। देखो IL1 दोनों करंट लोड को दे रहे, लोड को सप्लाई कर रहे, ताकि इसका टोटल लोड होगा VL1 प्लस VL2। लेकिन जब हमारा एक जनरेटर का टर्मिनल वोल्टेज कम हुआ तो उस समय क्या होगा, करंट देखो, पहला जनरेटर से IL1 है, थोड़ा बहुत करंट जनरेटर 2 में जाएगा, वापस ऐसे जाएगा। So then it acts as a kind of motor. In fact, the G2 will act as a motor instead of a generator. So please mention that point. ये वाला लिख देना please. If terminal voltage is not same for both generators, if terminal voltage is not same for both the generators, circulating current starts flowing. Circulating current starts flowing from high voltage generator to low voltage generator. Circulating current starts flowing from high voltage generator to low voltage generator. ठीक है? Then second condition, speed regulation same होना चाहिए। See, this is not mandatory. This is not mandatory, but good to have it. Right? What is the speed regulation here? Speed regulation का मतलब क्या होता है? So let me define this. Percentage speed regulation which is equal to no load speed, full load speed upon full load speed into 100. So दोनों जनरेटर का स्पीड रेगुलेशन सेम होना चाहिए, क्योंकि why the speed regulation should be same? Because the voltage is depending upon the speed. You can see here now. I'm sorry. So voltage is depending upon the speed here now. E equal to ZP phi n upon 60A, है ना? अगर स्पीड कम हुआ तो E भी डिक्रीज होगा, अगर E कम हुआ तो उसके हिसाब से टर्मिनल वोल्टेज भी कम हो जाएगा। ठीक है? So directly it is having impact on the voltage, right? So these are the main conditions. Both the conditions should be satisfied here now to parallel operate. ठीक है यार, parallel operation तो कर रहे, लेकिन मुझे चाहिए, लोड को चाहिए, मान लो आपको something around 200 amps of current चाहिए, 200 amps of current चाहिए, तो कौन सा जनरेटर देना चाहिए? मतलब फर्स्ट का जनरेटर 100 amps देना चाहिए या फिर 150 amps देना चाहिए? तो कैसे लोड शेयर करेगा ये दोनों जनरेटर? So who decides the load sharing of the generator in this case? So let me discuss about the load sharing here. As transformer हमने देखा है, ट्रांसफार्मर लोड शेयर कैसे करेगा? मतलब जिसका ट्रांसफार्मर का रिएक्टेंस कम होगा, वो वाला ट्रांसफार्मर क्या होना चाहिए? ज्यादा लोड शेयर करेगा। So whichever the transformer is having lower reactance, that transformer will try to generate or try to produce the more current there. Here also, on what factor the load sharing will depend upon, वो देखना पड़ेगा। Let us see here now how the load sharing is happening. So it depends upon external characteristics. It depends upon external characteristics of generator. What are the external characteristics here? External characteristics का मतलब क्या होता है? कल हमने देखा है. What is the graph between here now? External characteristics मतलब. So can someone tell me? Two generators को external characteristics draw करना है. So means, so I can have it here now. So this is terminal voltage voltage versus ये वाला armature current or kind of load current. So shunt generator, 2 shunt generators I have taken here now. So shunt generator का external characteristics are drooping in nature. So one characteristics is like this, एक generator का, दूसरा generator का characteristics. It can be at the starting point is same or different also. I don't mind. So for example, something like here now. So this is a G1 or G2. So you can mention load sharing is depending upon its external characteristics. How it is depending, let us see. For example, मैंने बता दिया दोनों जनरेटर का टर्मिनल वोल्टेज सेम होना चाहिए. So मान लो इसका टर्मिनल वोल्टेज यही है, common point. So now how much current is being supplied by the G1 and how much current is being supplied by the G2? You can see here now. दोनों satisfy करना है. Totally the load current has to be equal to IL1 plus IL2. One is the current given by the generator 1, 2 is the current given by the generator 2. Right? Both the generators supplied current should satisfy the load current. Definitely. Load को कितना चाहिए, उतना current देना चाहिए generator. There is no doubt about. If you are not able to give, somebody else will give the current to you. Right? That's what generators. For example, your Chhattisgarh, Raipur city needs some amount of 10 megawatt of the power. If Raipur needs the 10 megawatt of the power, if one generator can't give entire 10 megawatt power, it takes from another generator because everything is connected to the grid. So similarly here also, it is connected to a kind of infinite bus bar where we are kind of load is being connected there. Anyway, G2 का current ये वाला देखो, G2 current है ना, this is giving I2 current, and then G1 current, G1 is taking or giving I1 current. Now this is what is actually V dash is the voltage maintained by the two generators. When the load is increased, boss. For example, I1 is, look at here now, I1 ज़्यादा current है, मतलब G1 is giving more current. Why? G1 is having less drop. So whoever is having the less drop, less drooping characteristics, then will take the more current from that generator. G1 has the best characteristics क्योंकि as the load increases, load increase कर रहा हूँ इधर, so तभी क्या हो रहा है, voltage decrease हो जाएगा, लेकिन G1 का voltage बहुत कम decrease हो रहा है compared to the G2. G2 का voltage देखो इधर ज़्यादा decrease हो रही है ना, so इसलिए G1 से ज़्यादा power ले रहा हूँ, G1 से ज़्यादा current ले रहा हूँ हमने, compared to the G2 here now. So the question is here now, the load sharing, how the load sharing is depending upon. Load sharing will depend upon its external characteristics, and more load is being carried by a generator which is having a lower drooping characteristics. I hope you understand this point. So please mention this point here now. Load sharing depends upon its external characteristics. Load sharing depends upon its external characteristics, and more load is being shared by generator which is having lower drooping characteristic, lower drooping characteristics. Lower drooping means lower dropping, in fact, drop कम हो रहे. Okay, so in this case, G1 supply, for example, here, example you can mention, G1 supplies more current compared to G2. Okay. Yeah, this is about the generator, and we need to move to the motor here now. Let us move on to the motor. So next topic is DC motor. So how the construction is same as a DC generator. There is no doubt about that. Principle means how the torque is produced here. Now the principle here is now current carrying conductor. What is the principle here now? Current carrying conductor placed in magnetic field. Current carrying conductor placed in magnetic field produces torque. This is the principle here now. Current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field produces torque. You know the meaning of the torque here now? Something you want to move the object. एक object ले लो, एक material ले लो, उसको थोड़ा move करना है, इधर से उधर से इधर थोड़ा move करना है, आगे पीछे करना है. इसके लिए क्या करना, थोड़ा force तो लगाना पड़ेगा. Linearly अगर move कर दिया तो उसको we call as a force. Rotationally अगर आपने कर दिया तो, अगर मान लो सीलिंग फैन देख लो, सीलिंग फैन के लिए उसको रोटेट करने के लिए हम हाथ से, मान लो हाथ से कर दिया, थोड़ा आगे कर दिया, रोटेट कर दिया उसको. So we call it as a torque. Torque is being applied to the fan. So वो वाला torque और force कैसे generate होगा? When current is carrying in the conductor and is placed in a magnetic field. Let us see here now. ये कैसे torque आ रहा है? So ये वाला generate a motor है. So motor, definitely what we are doing in a motor, we are giving electrical energy. Electrical energy is being converted to mechanical energy. Generator में उल्टा है, mechanical energy is being converted to electrical energy. So इधर electrical energy क्या कर रहा हूँ, मोटर को सप्लाई देना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. The question is now why the motor is rotating as soon as switch on the power. So क्यों हो रही, let us see here now. Two poles इधर लिया मैंने, नॉर्थ एंड साउथ का. ठीक है. आर्मेचर वही होगा जो भी हमने डिस्कस कर दिया जनरेटर में, सेम आर्मेचर. ठीक है. कंडक्टर्स भी इधर है, ब्रशेस आर प्लेस्ड हियर नाउ. लेकिन ओनली डिफरेंस हियर नाउ, हम बाहर से सप्लाई देना पड़ेगा, इसको बाहर से सप्लाई देना पड़ेगा ताकि करंट आएगा. हियर ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज ये, मान लो दिस इज सेपरेटली एक्साइटेड वन. सो नाउ करंट इज हियर, कंडक्टर इज हियर, नाउ अनदर कंडक्टर इज हियर. ठीक है. ये कंडक्टर है, ये डैश कंडक्टर है. अगर आपने करंट दिया तो करंट क्या होगा, ये दोनों कनेक्शन एक तरफ में करंट वन डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, दूसरा डायरेक्शन में जाएगा. मतलब सो द करंट डायरेक्शन वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन. एक ब्रश है ना, इधर ब्रश से आप सप्लाई दे रहे, इधर ना आपने सप्लाई दे रहे, इसको इधर सप्लाई दे रहे ना, मतलब इधर ब्रश रखा है, सो आपने सप्लाई दे रहे, करंट दे रहे, करंट इस तरफ जा रहे, वन इज गोइंग टू दिस डायरेक्शन और दिस गोइंग टू दिस डायरेक्शन. सो मींस हियर मान लो आप ये वाला इनटू द प्लेन है, ये आउट ऑफ द प्लेन होगा. जस्ट एन अजम्पशन आई एम टेकिंग. ठीक है यार. सो फर्स्ट व्हाट वी हैव गिवन, सप्लाई इज गिवन. प्रिंसिपल के लिए हमने डिस्कस कर रहा हूं, सप्लाई गिवन. सो करंट डायरेक्शन इज नो, करंट डायरेक्शन इज नो. ठीक है. हमने करंट डायरेक्शन दिया है. अगर मान लो इसका करंट डायरेक्शन रिवर्स करना है, उल्टा करना है, तो आप सप्लाई को उल्टा करो, माइनस इधर प्लस इधर डालो. ठीक है. ये वाला करंट को अभी क्या होगा, इट जनरेट्स ए करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर जनरेट ए फ्लक्स. सो आर्मेचर को हमने सेपरेटली ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं इधर. सो लेट आई एम ड्राइंग आर्मेचर सेपरेटली. So let us see here now, current inside, this is out of the plane. So current carrying conductor, look at here now, मैंने बता दिया current carrying conductor will produce a flux. So look at here now, I want to generate a flux here now. So कौन सा direction में, right hand grip rule है. So thumb is a current direction, so curling fingers flux direction. हमने armature reaction में बात किया है, ये वाला armature reaction में देखा कौन सा direction में magnetic flux आ जाएगा, इधर वही है. So thumb is a current direction, so flux इधर है, curling fingers. So अभी क्या होगा, इसका flux going down इसी direction में, ये वाला देख लो. So इधर क्या है, so बाहर आ रहा है, current is out, so curling fingers are down. So for this one out of the plane वाला, so this is the one. इसका मतलब क्या है, इसका मतलब क्या है, ये वाला नॉर्थ पोल है, बाहर आ रहा है ना, फ्लक्स इज कमिंग आउट, ये वाला साउथ पोल है, which means that ultimately what is happening here, you can see this, just trying to draw. This is north and south poles, and armature also has become a magnet. Now this is a magnet, so armature is a magnet now. So north pole, नीचे north pole है, this is north pole and south pole. So आपने आर्मेचर को करंट दिया, उसका वजह से फ्लक्स बन गया, फ्लक्स आ गया बाहर, फ्लक्स का वजह से ये दोनों मैग्नेट बन गए, मतलब ये भी मैग्नेट बन गया। अभी देखो मैग्नेट हुआ तो क्या होगा, मैग्नेट रिपल्शन अट्रैक्शन हो जाएगा। सो अभी क्या होगा, ये देखो north and north pole get repulsed usually, so this is a repulsion, it start getting repelled. ये north and south is kind of attracting, मतलब ये वाला south है ना फिक्स्ड वाला, ये north को attract करेगा, then ये वाला south है ना, ये south को push करेगा, repel करेगा, ठीक है। ये वाला south है ना, ये वाला north है ना, ये north ये south को attract करेगा, ताकि देगा direction, all guys are kind of pushing the rotor in only one direction. The torque is, this is called as a torque. The torque is being generated in only one direction. So कौन सा डायरेक्शन में यार, कौन सा डायरेक्शन में वाला आ गया, the torque direction of the torque direction and rotation of rotor, torque direction, rotation of the rotor, both are in the same direction. अरे ये तो सिंपल बात है, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, बड़ा बड़ा वर्ड्स तो यूज करते हैं, लेकिन तो सिंपल बात है, आपने जिसका डायरेक्शन में आपने पुश करेगा उसी डायरेक्शन में ऑब्जेक्ट मूव हो जाएगा। डोंट यू थिंक सो, इज इट ए काइंड ऑफ डिफिकल्ट थिंग? मैंने एंटी क्लॉकवाइज में रोटर को पुश कर रहा हूँ, सो उसी डायरेक्शन में डीसी मोटर का रोटर रोटेट हो जाएगा, दैट्स द सेम थिंग। सो स्टेटमेंट आई एम यूजिंग हियर नाउ, द रोटेशन ऑफ द टॉर्क डायरेक्शन and the rotation of the rotor both are in the same direction in case of the motor. लेकिन जनरेटर में ऐसा नहीं होगा यार। I'll tell you what is happening in the generator. Generator में what will happen, I'll tell you a bit later, but now this is in the motor, let me talk about. So you got the point, right? DC motor का principle क्या है? Electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Rather, I would say here now, current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field produces a torque here now, definitely torque. So torque to generate हो गया. So now this torque makes the rotor to rotate and called as electromagnetic torque. T proportional to two fluxes now I have, field flux and armature flux here now. Angle between this and this is always 90 Gauss. You can see here now how this is 90. As I mentioned, this is main flux, ये वाला main flux है, and north and south. So this is always produced in this direction. This is a field flux, and then you can see the armature, north here, south here. So the flux is generated here now, irrespective of the rotation position. मेरा मतलब कि अगर मान लो ये कंडक्टर इधर आ गया, सो मान लो ये वाला कंडक्टर इधर आ गया, नो प्रॉब्लम, दूसरा कंडक्टर इधर आएगा ना पोजीशन, कीप ऑन रोटेटिंग, राइट? बट ऑलवेज irrespective of the rotation position of the rotors, the poles formed on the rotor are fixed, always north here, south here. So field flux and armature flux are 90. That's the beauty of the DC motor is like that. So who makes this phi of phi r 90 here now? It's a commutator. Commutator दो activities हैं. Commutator का दो activity. एक ने मैंने क्या बताया? Already I told you. One is to convert AC to DC in generator, DC to AC in motor. Second one is phi f and phi r. It maintains the perpendicular always. That's the purpose of the commutator here now. Okay, and the rotor starts rotating here now. This is the principle of the motor. Do you understand what is happening here now? Is that clear? So only doubt you might be having is generator में क्या हो रहा है? Generator मैंने, if you remember, generator मैंने same directions दिखाया उधर, if you remember, generator में मैंने same direction दिखाया, लेकिन rotation ने आगे जा रहे, मतलब clockwise में rotate हो रहे generator for the same direction of the current, लेकिन in case of the motor, for the same direction of this, and the rotor is kind of rotating here now. Okay, I'll come to that point. So first point is torque is kind of rotating. Torque, because of torque, the rotor is kind of rotating. Rotation is in the same direction. And the second point is here. What is the generator principle here? Your first point है. Generator principle क्या है? Generator principle is that rotating conductor placed in a magnetic field produces a voltage. That's a generator. जनरेटर प्रिंसिपल क्या है? मैकेनिकल एनर्जी आपने जब आपने रोटर को रोटेट कर रहे, कंडक्टर को रोटेट कर रहे, उस समय वोल्टेज, जो भी वोल्टेज आ रहे वो वाला आर्मेचर के अंदर इंड्यूस हो जाएगा. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया ना? सो अभी ये क्या कर रहे हैं? वही कर रहे हैं ना, दैट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस स्टार द रोटर इज बीइंग रोटेटेड एंड नाउ कंडक्टर्स आर प्लेस्ड ऑन द रोटर. सो नाउ द कंडक्टर्स आर रोटेटिंग इन द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. ये वाला कंडक्टर्स अभी रोटेट हो रहे, ऐसा घूमेगा ऐसा. तो अभी क्या होगा? सेम प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई करना है. सो रोटेटिंग कंडक्टर प्लेस्ड इन ए मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इंड्यूसेस ईएमएफ. तो ईएमएफ आना चाहिए यार. सो कौन सा डायरेक्शन में ईएमएफ आ जाएगा? सो नाउ द करंट हमने दिया बिकॉज ऑफ द टर्मिनल वोल्टेज, बिकॉज ऑफ द रोटेशन एक और एक्स्ट्रा वोल्टेज मिल रहा है आपको. दैट वोल्टेज, डायरेक्शन ऑफ द वोल्टेज, लुक एट हियर नाउ. डायरेक्शन ऑफ द वोल्टेज के लिए क्या करना? फ्लेमिंग्स राइट हैंड रूल यूज करना. टॉर्क के लिए आप फ्लेमिंग्स लेफ्ट हैंड रूल यूज करो. एवरी टाइम आई कैन नॉट डू दिस. सो टू नो द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द टॉर्क, टॉर्क डायरेक्शन के लिए फ्लेमिंग्स लेफ्ट हैंड रूल यूज करो. लुक एट हियर नाउ. कैन यू सी मी गाइस? ओके, कैन यू सी मी? सो लुक एट लेफ्ट हैंड मैंने लिया. सो फोर फिंगर फील्ड डायरेक्शन, सेंटर फिंगर is the kind of current direction or the EMF direction, thumb is the rotation. इन तीनों में मोटर का केस में कौन सा वाला पता चला हमको? कौन सा वाला पता चल गया अभी? तो we know that field direction main magnetic flux, I know, मोटर का main flux पता है और rotation भी पता है अभी. I know the rotation of I know the current direction, field flux I know, and the current direction I know. This is which is into the plane. Now the rotation is unknown. So you can see the thumb is the rotation here now, which is rotating here now in the anti-clockwise direction. You are a torque. Every time you did not find north, south poles, repulsions, all these things, you can't find it. Directly by using the Fleming's left hand, we can find it. Please mention this point here now. To know the direction of torque, to know the direction of the torque, Fleming's left hand rule is used. Fleming's left hand rule is used. FLH. What does it mean? What it says? Keep the forefinger, center finger and thumb. Keep the forefinger, center finger and thumb mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular. If forefinger represents magnetic field direction, forefinger represents magnetic field direction, center finger represents current direction, then thumb represents torque direction or rotation of rotor direction. Thumb represents torque or rotation of rotor. Torque or rotation of rotor. Okay. Now, the scenario is here in this case. Look at this. Rotate or a. So the next point is you can mention rotating conductor placed in a magnetic field. EMF induce होगा. Generator का principle है. EMF का direction के लिए Fleming's right hand rule use करना चाहिए. What is the Fleming's right hand rule here now? Again, look at here now. Fleming's right hand rule. 4 finger field direction. अभी rotation पता चल गया हमको. So this is how it is going. You can see this 4 finger field direction. Rotation rotor ये वाला है ना नीचे जा रहे. So you can see the thumb ऊपर है. So means either ये वाला current का direction है which I have given already. This is the current direction. But the voltage induced in this one is out of the plane. This is out of the plane, and here will be into the plane if you apply here. This is the EMF. Since this EMF is opposing the current, or EMF is opposing the voltage, terminal voltage, we call this EMF is called as a back EMF. This EMF is called as a back EMF or counter EMF. This is called as a back EMF or counter EMF. So you can mention that point. When the rotor rotates, EMF is induced in the rotor conductors. EMF is induced in the rotor conductors. And the direction of the EMF is given by Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's right hand rule. Okay. And you can mention this one. FRH I already defined, so just mention again. Induced EMF in case of motor. Induced EMF and current. In case of motor, induced EMF and current are in opposite direction. Induced EMF and current are in opposite direction. Hence, this EMF called back EMF or counter EMF. Hence, this EMF is called back EMF or counter EMF. Okay. Next point. In case of generator, both induced EMF and currents. In case of generator, both induced EMF and current are in the same direction. Induced EMF and current are in the same direction. So just to avoid the confusion here now, let us explain generator also here only. Generator may be what is happening here now? In case of generator, I was saying induced EMF and current both are in the same direction. इधर opposite में क्यों हुआ? Generator में क्यों नहीं? So ये वाला generator में torque के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. This is a same construction. Now I have a armature. So conductors are here, A dash. Now first what we do, mechanical energy, है ना? Mechanical energy will convert into electrical energy. तो mechanical अब push करना, तो इसी डायरेक्शन में रोटेट कर रहे. This is called as a TM. This is prime mover torque or mechanical torque. Mechanical or prime mover. Mechanical or prime mover torque. So when this is rotated in the clockwise direction, I need to use, I told you, Fleming's right hand rule use करना है. So when the Fleming's right hand rule is used, you can verify it if you want. So the current is induced here into the plane, out of the plane. FRH हो गया, current direction आ गया, I direction मिला. Based on the I direction के बाद current का direction मिला, उसके बाद flux आ गया. Flux कौन सा? Same है ना? Into the plane आ गया, flux तो नीचे आएगा. So ये वाला north pole south pole बन गया, ठीक है? When north and south बन गया तो क्या होना चाहिए? Again same repulsions होना चाहिए. So repulsions हुआ तो क्या है? क्या हो रहा है? So this is how the opposite direction में torque आ रही है. This electromagnetic torque. Here also opposite direction में आ रही है electromagnetic torque. So means in case of generator, TM and TE are opposite. Electromagnetic torque opposes the mechanical torque. In case of the motor, voltage and E are opposing. So आप क्या दे रहे मशीन को? इधर वोल्टेज दे रहा हूँ, अपोजिट में हमको वोल्टेज आ रहा है. इधर मशीन में टॉर्क दे रहा हूँ, अपोजिट में टॉर्क कर रहा है. तो ये वाला क्या, मशीन आगे निकलना है ना? आगे कैसे निकलेगा? जब आपको अपोजिशन आई उस समय आगे निकलेगा. समथिंग लाइक इन स्विमिंग में क्या करेगा? तैरना. स्विमिंग में क्या करेगा? यू पुश द वाटर बैकवर्ड, मतलब पानी को किक करेगा पैर से और आगे निकलेगा. और हाथ से पीछे just you push the water and you'll go forward. So that's what happening here also there. So rotating in the forward direction, kicking in the other direction there. That's what the electromagnetic torque. So both TM and TE are opposite, whereas in this case E and V are opposite here. I hope. And the E आ गया ना तो current भी same direction में आएगा. There is no problem because E से करंट आएगा, लेकिन इधर क्या आ रहा है? करंट हम बाहर से आ रहे, करंट आने के बाद E आ रहे. E will depend upon the direction. ये वाला करंट का डायरेक्शन is depending upon terminal voltage. ठीक है? Anyway, I have given the notes. Let us move on. ये वाला concept है DC मोटर का. DC मोटर इसी तरह से रोटेट हो जाएगा. Then what are the types of generators? Same thing, whatever we have discussed for the generator, same types of iron. So let us see here now. Same, let me rewrite here now. Types of DC motor. But in this case, I'll draw the one by one. Separately excited. So इसका picture क्या है? Rather, I would say I'll draw the one by one. So this is not a generator, motor. So current का direction देखो, V and E here. Now, of course, excitation तो देना चाहिए, supply देना चाहिए, plus and minus. So in this case here now, IL and IA, ठीक है? And you can write the KVL here now. अब KVL को देखना, V ज्यादा है, definitely V is greater than E. मोटर है ना, V greater than E, generator E greater than V. So V which is equal to E plus IARA, armature reaction को neglect कर दिया. This one is separately excited DC motor. Second one, I want to draw the shunt motor. So give the supply to this motor, IL, and this is IF and armature current. And you see the KCL apply कर Kirchhoff's current law, IL equal to IA plus IF, line current. Supply motor है ना, electrical supply देना पड़ेगा. So back EMF is here. V equal to E plus IARA, equation तो वही है. And this one is shunt motor. And third one is series motor, which is very of high importance just because of the series motor. And the DC motors are giving tough competition to the AC motors, which is an induction motor. Very tough competition. Nowadays also we are using DC motors, although there are many complications in the DC machines, like armature reaction, brush maintenance, right? Many maintenance activities are required for the DC machine. Still, just because of series motors, we are giving a tough competition to the induction motors, right? So plus V, current is IL and ISC, and your armature current. So all currents are equal: line current, series field current, and armature current. And apply the KVL. If you apply the KVL, V equal to E plus IA. This is RSC. The resistance is RSC. So series winding resistance, armature resistance, both are in series. That's what the series motor. And this is the one. And it is a series motor. Now अभी क्या देखना, combination of these two. इन दोनों को combine करो. शंट मोटर और सीरीज मोटर दोनों कंबाइन करो, आपको मिल जाएगा कंपाउंड मोटर. कंपाउंड में भी अलग अलग तरीका होगा, अलग अलग मेथड्स होगा, इसमें अलग अलग कंस्ट्रक्शन वाला. सो लेट अस सी हियर ना. So look at this series. Plus V, resistance is ISC and IL, IF and IL, RSH. So current equation is same, IL equal to, which is equal to ISC, IA plus IF. ठीक है, आप टर्मिनल वोल्टेज की इक्वेशन लिखते हैं. यू राइट इट हियर नाउ, E प्लस IARA, ये वाला करंट देखो, ISC RS, KVL है बस. And this one is compound motor. So compound motor है ये वाला. आप बता देना कौन सा compound motor है, cumulative होगा या फिर differential होगा. Let us see here now. Is it a cumulative or differential one? Can someone tell me? Current is kind of look at it. S1 से S2 का enter हो रहा है इधर, whereas this current is S2 to S1. मतलब flux is in this direction, right to left, either left to right. So what is this one? Is it a field flux or the shunt field flux is opposing the series field flux? So कौन सा मोटर है ये वाला? What is this motor here now? ये दोनों opposing है, differential compound. Right, this is a differential compound. Right. Similarly, you can have a cumulative compound by just reversing the things. But these are the kind of major varieties of the DC motors combining together. And we also know this long shunt, short shunt motor separately draw करने की जरूरत भी नहीं. Just let me show here now cumulative compound. Cumulative compound. So both the fluxes should aid each other, support each other. So what I do here now, just reverse the direction. ये वाला S1 S2 है ना, so आप S2 को कनेक्ट करो, सप्लाई S1 को दे दो, प्लस V IFI, this is IA. Now look at this, current is going from S1 to S2, ठीक है, and ये वाला है ना F1 to F2, field flux is going from F1 to F2, both are in the same direction. So this is a cumulative compound DC motor. Okay, fine. Anyway, these are the names. Now अभी करना क्या, मोटर का नाम पता चलेगा हमको, एक एक मोटर अलग अलग मोटर उसका नाम पता चलेगा, उसका कैरेक्टर देखना चाहिए, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ मोटर देखना चाहिए. तो ये वाला कैसे बिहेव करेगा जब लोड डाल दिया, ठीक है, टॉर्क कैसे होगा, करंट कैसे होगा, स्पीड कैसे होगा. So I just need to see all these characteristics here now. So let me move on to the characteristics of DC motor. Okay, let me move on. So I'll draw anyway one by one later. So इसका characteristics क्या होते हैं? 3 characteristics important है हमको. मोटर में टॉर्क important है हमको, करंट के बारे में देखना पड़ेगा, आर्मेचर करंट को, और स्पीड. ठीक है, सो इन तीनों में ऑल परम्यूटेशंस कॉम्बिनेशन देखना पड़ेगा. सो पहला वाला क्या है, टॉर्क वर्सेस करंट. मतलब जब आपने आर्मेचर करंट को इंक्रीज कर दिया, मतलब जब आपने लोड करंट को इंक्रीज कर दिया, जब आपने लोड को बदल दिया, तो उस समय मोटर का टॉर्क कैसे होगा. ठीक है, और दूसरा चीज क्या है, स्पीड. जब आपने लोड को बदल दिया, लोड ज्यादा डाल दिया मोटर के ऊपर, मतलब आप फैन डाला, ट्यूबलाइट डाला, सो जो भी डाल दिया, एक्स्ट्रा लोड डाल दिया, उस समय मोटर का स्पीड क्या होगा वो देखना चाहिए. And the third one is speed versus torque characteristics. So there are 3 characteristics here now, one by one. Torque versus IA, and second one is second characteristics, speed versus IA, armature current, and third one is and speed versus torque. And ये तीनों को characteristic देखना चाहिए. We'll see one by one here now. So the first one is of course shunt and the separately, not much difference here now. See the shunt लेंगे. So then what will happen here now? As I mentioned, this is a shunt motor and the current is kind of going like this. So torque versus current का expression चाहिए. We already get the torque versus current का expression here now. So for example, I know torque is proportional to field flux and armature flux. Otherwise also you can get directly like this, torque into omega into power is a basic expression. So E into IA, power can be written as E into IA. Power कहाँ है? रोटर के ऊपर. So I'll write here now torque into say मान लो 2 pi n by 60. So E is ZP phi n by 60A and armature current. So 60 get cancelled. Torque, which is equal to ZP by 2 pi A, ZP by 2 pi A, and get cancels out. So what is left? Phi IA. This is the torque expression. So torque equal to ZP by 2 pi A. ये वाला Z है ना? ZP by 2 pi A is a constant K phi IA. Means your torque is proportional to flux, torque is proportional to armature current. लेकिन shunt motor में क्या है? Almost the flux is constant. Why flux is constant? IF equal to V by RSH. ये वाला RSH है ना, field resistance. So supply voltage same है, RSH same है. तो IF fix है, flux भी fix हो जाएगा. So I would say here now, torque is K into phi also on one more constant, K dash IA. And this one is Y equal to MX. What is the line here now? The equation is mathematical expression is Y equal to MX. So Y equal to MX means here like line passing through the origin. So let me do here. torque and Ia. So now it is passing through the origin. This is all the characteristics. Y equal to mx. Line passing through the origin. Right. As the current increases, torque increases. Makes sense. Second one. Second characteristics. What is other characteristics? Speed versus Ia. So speed versus Ia characteristics. For this, E equal to ZP phi n by 60 ले लो ये वाला. What is E? Terminal voltage से कैसे लिख सकते? How can I write here now? Can I write V minus Ia Ra? I can write here now, which is equal to ZP phi n by 60. So now n equal to flux is anyway constant here now. You can see the flux is anyway constant. So can I replace ZP phi 60A total shunt motor है ना? ये सब कुछ ये वाला पूरा constant है. So it becomes now V minus Ia Ra, which is equal to some constant, say K dash into N. So your N equal to V minus Ia Ra by K dash, where K dash equal to this value ZP phi n by 60. So what is that one? Speed and current. Speed and current expression मिला. So अगर जब आपने current zero होगा no load में maximum speed है. As the current increases, speed kind of decreases. Makes sense है. As the current increase means load increase, speed कम होगा. For example, you are running at 5 km/h when you don't have any load. आपके ऊपर कोई load नहीं है. अगर मान लो अभी 5 kg बैग रखा आपके ऊपर, तो आपका speed क्या होगा? Definitely घटेगा. Your speed will kind of decrease here now. That's what happening here now. As the load increases, load current increases, the speed definitely decreases here. So characteristics, if I draw here now, second characteristics, speed versus current. So when Ia equal to 0 maximum speed, now as the current increases, you see that speed is kind of decreasing, right? These are drooping in nature. As the load increases, speed decreases. So this is second characteristics. This is the first characteristics here. Your first characteristics. Third one क्या है? What is the third one? Third is speed versus torque characteristics. This is pretty much simple. I'm drawing the speed versus torque. So ये वाला speed versus current है. Current में torque expression डाल दो. So for example, torque equal to K, because I have represented K dash. मान लो K double dash represent कर, no problem. K double dash, because I have used K dash here. So this is K dash Ia. So Ia equal to T by K dash. Ia equal T by K dash. So from 2, ये वाला expression say this is मान लो आप one equation मान लो ये वाला 2 है. So from 2 expression 2, current, you can replace the current with the torque. So then what happens? V minus Ia torque by K dash Ra by K double dash. Means ये वाला देख लेना, जब आपने टॉर्क इंक्रीज कर रहे, स्पीड डिक्रीजेस. Torque increase कर रहे, speed decreases. So your characteristics will be now the same as third characteristics based on this third expression I am saying here now. Speed versus torque. And this is kind of decreasing. This is constant, just want to show the like constant line. Otherwise you can ignore it also. That's not, need not draw also. Need not draw also. No, don't worry. Confuse. These are the characteristics. Normally, for any machine, particularly DC machine, speed versus current and speed versus torque are similar. Speed versus current और speed versus torque characteristic similar होगा. ठीक है? So these are the three important ones. Let us see in the series motor. Series motor में देख लेना यार कैसे characteristics होगा. Please copy this. Just let me know once you are done. Let us move on to the series motor. So series motor वाला same thing, same expressions we have to use. This is series motor, है ना? Number of turns, less turns, thickness should be more, so that RSC is less. This is a characteristics of series. Shunt में क्या होना चाहिए? Turns ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, thickness कम होना चाहिए. Shunt winding में. This is IL and IA and ISC winding. All windings, all winding currents are equal. Now torque expression, I know torque equal phi IA. So this flux is proportional. I know इसमें जाने वाला करंट एंड आर्मेचर करंट दोनों बराबर है, इसलिए क्या कर सकते हैं हमने, flux also can be replaced with some current. So you understand that what I am saying is flux is proportional to IA. So flux equal to some constant K into IA. So your torque is proportional to KIA and IA. क्योंकि दोनों करंट सेम है ना, इसमें जाने वाला करंट का वजह से फ्लक्स मिल जाएगा हमको, ठीक है, लेकिन आर्मेचर करंट और ये वाला करंट दोनों सेम है. So I can write here now torque is proportional to some KIA square, and now I can make K equal to some K dash IA square. So the characteristics, the first characteristic, what is this? Torque versus IA. We draw the torque versus IA. So this is y square equal to 4ax. Okay, parabolic in nature. These characteristics are equal to y square equal to 4ax, but along the x-axis. So axis has to be along the x-axis here along the t. Means mathematically or graphically, I can show this one is the one. Other side it won't go because current negative नहीं जाएगा. Current negative मतलब direction change होगा, तो मतलब वो generator है. So only first quadrant draw करना है, क्योंकि वाला मोटर का action है. So next, second one, second characteristics. What is the second characteristics here now? Speed versus IA. A little bit typical characteristics we can obtain. Let us see. Same, we have already seen the speed is directly proportional to, just now we had derived, is proportional to E by phi. Now, how did you obtain this? Let us see, E equal to ZP phi n by 60A. So ZP 60A is constant, E equal to some constant K double dash and phi n. So speed क्या होगा इधर, n equal to E by K double dash phi. So means you can just substitute here now V minus IA RA, series है ना, RA plus RSC. RSC K double dash phi. Phi, how can I replace the phi? Just you can replace KIA. Then what will happen here now? n which is equal to k double dash and k, some other constant k triple dash, we can say separate it out, v by some k triple dash ia minus ia get cancels out, ra plus rsc, and ये दोनों a constant होगा k triple dash, I'm saying. Look at here now, the beauty of these characteristics here. Speed and current are hyperbolic in nature. It's something like inversely proportional. So if we draw the characteristics, this one is the first characteristics. The second one, speed versus IA characteristics. Speed versus IA, hyperbolic in nature. So you can see here now, under no load, the peculiar character here now, current is less, the speed is very much high. So as the reason, the series motors are never allowed to operate under no load, क्योंकि no load में current बहुत कम होगा. No load में कम हो तो speed बहुत ज़्यादा होगा, the motor will get damaged. So series motors are never allowed to operate under no load condition. If it is operated, and the speed will be very much high, and it catches the very high speed, the motor gets damaged. And the third, please mention that point. Series motors are never allowed to run at no load. Series motors are never allowed to run at no load because it catches very high speed under no load and damages the machine. It catches very high speed under no load and damages the machine. Third one is speed versus torque. ये बहुत आसान है, क्योंकि मैंने बता दिया speed versus torque and speed versus current दोनों सेम होगा. ये वाला expression देखो, this is from second, maybe this is first. In second equation में first equation substitute करो. So from here what will happen? IA which is equal to square root of IA का value T by K dash. So 2 from 2 expression n क्या होगा? V by K triple dash IA is T upon K dash minus RA plus RSC K triple dash. So this is also hyperbolic in nature. This is hyperbolic. And this one is parabolic. And the one which are obtaining here now is also hyperbolic. Speed versus torque. So the peculiar characteristics here now, you can see the beauty of this one. Have you observed one point? अगर मोटर को आपने लोअर स्पीड में रोटेट कर दिया, दिस इज अ लोअर स्पीड. लोअर स्पीड में कब आ जाएगा? जब आपने मोटर को चालू किया, मोटर को ऑन किया, तभी मोटर 0 से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. 0, 10, 100, 200 आरपीएम जैसे. सो जब मोटर चालू कर दिया उस समय इसका स्पीड बहुत कम होगा. उस समय स्टार्टिंग में उस समय इसका टॉर्क बहुत ज्यादा है. सो मीनिंग स्टार्टिंग टॉर्क इज वेरी हाई. The beauty of the series motor is that इसका starting torque ज्यादा है. अरे यार starting torque ज्यादा होना चाहिए. Why the bike is started in the first gear? First gear में बाइक को क्यों स्टार्ट कर रहे? अगर मान लो टॉप गियर में बाइक को स्टार्ट कर दिया तो क्या होगा? बाइक विल नॉट गेट स्टार्ट. सो क्योंकि बाइक है ना, बाइक का पहले स्टार्टिंग में उसका इनर्शिया होगा. उसका इनर्शिया को कैरी करने के लिए तो ज्यादा टॉर्क चाहिए. That is obtained from the first gear. So meaning, even for example, in the train, since the starting torque is high, it is used in the many applications like traction. Traction means train. Train में series motors use करेगा. Traction and hoist. and the highest, and the cranes, wherever you require a starting torque high, and we'll be using the DC series motors. And moreover, AC supply is not needed. Construction के पास AC supply नहीं होगा. So DC motors होगा, DC supply होगा, DC batteries आ जाएगा. So hoist and the traction railways में, the cranes and all these will use the DC series motor such that the starting torque of the motor is very high here. Okay. So the beauty of this, so one point, second point इधर क्या है? Series motor is never allowed to operate under no load during starting, and moreover, starting torque is very much high for the DC series motor. So these are the best characteristics of the series motor. No other motor will give this much torque in DC motors, other than, of course, induction motors we need to see that. Okay. So just copy this one. We'll move on to the other one. Yeah, sorry, just away. Okay. So let me combine these two characteristics in one graph so that we can draw for compound motor. Compound motor characteristics draw करना है. तो compound motor में दोनों series winding और shunt winding दोनों होगा. So इसमें दोनों characteristics आ जाएगा. कौन सा मोटर डोमिनेट करेगा, कौन सा वाइंडिंग डोमिनेट करेगा, उसका कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स टुवर्ड्स होगा. मतलब let us see here now. So let me show all the characteristics, 3 characteristics type. speed versus Ia, and speed versus torque. Okay, so first one by one, I'll draw for the shunt. Shunt is blue color I'm drawing. So current increases, torque also increases. This is torque and this is current. Speed and current, and speed versus torque. So other one is shunt में drooping in nature, speed decreases, and the speed torque also drooping in nature. So this is shunt. Blue color is shunt. And for series, we have seen already series. This is series, hyperbolic in nature and parabolic in nature. This is a series, and this one is series. Now the compound, I would like to draw for the compound. Compound may, it has both series and shunt, both and series. Torque versus current may, torque is proportional to phi Ia. When series and shunt, if it is a cumulative one, then flux will be more. Cumulative में flux ज़्यादा आ जाएगी वाला flux. So torque will be little bit on the higher side. I'll be just showing here now. So your torque characteristics will sit on top of this, something like this. ये वाला compound है. Cumulative compound. Differential I won't draw. Why I'll tell you. इसमें क्या है इधर भी? I'm drawing toward the shunt. If this is shunt characteristics is dominating, matlab shunt MMF is more than series MMF. Shunt MMF, series MMF is more than shunt MMF. Then characteristics will be series. This is the characteristics. If otherwise, ये वाला, this is the case when shunt is dominating. Shunt winding is dominating towards the shunt characteristics. इन दोनों में कौन सा dominate करेगा towards that characteristics आ जाएगा. Similarly here, both the characteristics will be there. This one is shunt MMF dominates, and this one is series MMF dominates. Okay, so these are the characteristics. Right. Let us move on here now. These are the characteristics, and I told you series motor application. Most of the motors that we use are series motors only, not the other motors. Okay, let us move on. Next one is starting of DC motor. How does it start? Starting of DC motor. Right. Any motor, I know the equation V equal to E plus IA RE. So your armature current is V minus E by RE. Starting में क्या, what is happening in the starting? During starting, as soon as switch is on for the motor, स्पीड क्या होगा? स्पीड ऑफ द मोटर इज 0. स्पीड स्टार्टिंग 0 से आना चाहिए ना उस समय. तो what will happen back EMF? Back EMF is ZPN by 60A, hence E equal to 0. स्पीड 0 हो गया, E 0 हो गया, तो ये E 0 होगा. Then armature current. Armature current is V by RA. This is very high value. So high value means normally this is something around 230 volts. Normal armature resistance is more 1 or 0.1, 0.5. So something like say 460 amps. अब नॉर्मल, लेकिन नॉर्मल रनिंग कंडीशन में क्या होगा? रनिंग कंडीशन में ड्यूरिंग रनिंग मोटर, so normally what is happen? Armature resistance here now V is 230. Normally this is 220, around 220. Okay, and armature RA is 0.5 on low. So this is how much? 10 by 0.5. This is 20 amps. रनिंग कंडीशन में 20 amps आने वाला मोटर, 20 amps लेने वाला मोटर अभी स्टार्टिंग में 460 amps ले रही है, which is very very high. So then what you need to do? So we need to do that. We need to keep the starters. Starter is like a high resistance, a resistance one, such under control here. Normally, how do you keep that? So this is the one you can see. So what is happening here? So what is happening initially? Your point is here now, plus and minus V. Total external resistance is kept. R external, this is starter resistance. So what will happen when the speed get increases? Normally, they should not keep for long time. RA plus R external. So what will happen during starting? I starting current V minus E upon RA plus R external. What should I do in the next phase? As the speed increases and E increases, so what should I do? R external should be decreased. A हम separately करना such that this current is almost in control. I repeat the point. Starting में ये 0 है, इसलिए न्यूमरेटर ज्यादा है, डिनोमिनेटर भी ज्यादा कर रहा हूं हमने ताकि रेशियो कांस्टेंट होगा, कम होगा. जब हमारा स्पीड बढ़ रहा है तो ई बढ़ेगा, माइनस ई बढ़ेगा, तो मतलब न्यूमरेटर वाला घटेगा. जब न्यूमरेटर वाला घटेगा, सो मींस एज ई इंक्रीजेस आर एक्सटर्नल को डिक्रीज करना पड़ेगा. दैट इज व्हाट द टोटल आर्मेचर करंट है. आर्मेचर करंट स्टार्टिंग में मैक्सिमम रखो, as the speed increases you just cut down this one, this resistance, and add to the shunt field winding. Just cut down. This is a starting point and ending में क्या है? Final point इधर रखना चाहिए. This is a final point. This point is final, so that this point is here. ये वाला resistance इसको add करेगा. Armature में नहीं होगा. That is the external resistance. So you can mention that point. Starter. Write down one point. Starter is nothing but the external resistance. Starter is nothing but an external resistance. Starter is nothing but an external resistance added in series with the external resistance added in series with the armature. As the speed increases, as the speed increases, external resistance should be cut down, reduced. As the speed increases, external resistance should be cut down, decreased, such that armature current is maintained constant, such that armature current is maintained constant. Okay. Yeah. Next one is very important topic, speed control. Speed control of DC motor. See, we don't normally do the 3-point start or 4-point start, the gate में नहीं आएगा. So see the pictures not needed. But the purpose is same thing. External resistance है, उसको कम करना पड़ेगा when the speed is kind of increased. So this is very, very important. Speed control of so why should I control the speed here first of all? DC motor speed को क्यों control करना? मान लो fan है, although it is induction motor, AC motor, fan का speed क्यों control कर रही? Fan का speed summer में तो ज़्यादा रखेगा speed, winter में 0 रखेगा fan का speed, नहीं तो कम में डालेगा. So why do you do that? It's a requirement. Similarly, speed control. मान लो train में, traction में DC motor use कर रहे, उधर भी speed control करना. Station जब station पहुंचेगा, उस समय speed 0 करना, and the slowly speed increases to a maximum value. Then whenever it comes, the brakes has to apply. So braking भी discuss करना, इसके बाद braking discuss करेंगे. So speed control of DC motor. So mathematical expression. E, which is equal to ZP phi n by 60A. So ZP by 60 and A. So this is E by phi, which is equal to ZP by 60A n. ये वाला constant है. This is a constant. So can I say n is proportional to E by phi? You can say n is proportional to E by phi, and this is a motor, right? V minus IA RA by phi for the motor. So n proportional to V minus IA RA by phi. ये वाला expression. So from 1 by 1, first one is RA को increase करो, armature resistance method, armature rheostatic control method. The first one is, let me see here now. Armature rheostatic control, armature rheostatic control method. So what we do here now, as RA increases, the speed is kind of decreased. So the speeds less than the rated speeds are obtained by this method. जब आप armature resistance को increase करेगा, so जब आप armature resistance को increase करेगा, then the speed kind of decreases here now. For example, let me show here now in this case. Initially there is no resistance. For example, shunt motor ले रहा हूँ, example, press and V, IL, and this is armature current and IF. IA1, IF1 say IL1 and speed equal to N1 is proportional to V minus IA1 RA by phi 1. IF1 है ना, phi 1. Second case में, what is happening in second case? Speed is N1 here. So I'm adding a extra resistance. Adding extra resistance. This is R external. So now what will happen? The current is say IL2 and IF2 मान लो, this is IA2. So now the speed equation is N2 proportional to supply voltage to IA and IA2. Now the new resistance, RA is there, R external VA. RA plus R external upon phi 2. But इधर क्या है? Phi 1 phi 2 are equal. Phi 1 phi 2 equal. Why? Why phi 1 phi 2 equal? Because IF1 and IF2 are equal. Irrespective of your addition of the resistance in armature, ये दोनों जगह पे आपका फील्ड करंट कांस्टेंट है. फील्ड करंट कांस्टेंट कैसे देखो? IF1 is supply voltage V, resistance V by RSH, field resistance है इधर देखो IF2, same supply voltage and same resistance. So IF1 is equal to IF2, hence we can say here now phi 1 equal to phi 2. So then what happens here now? The speed, I would say here now, write down the mathematical expressions, ratios later. N1 by N2, N1 by N2, which is equal to V minus IA1 RA, V minus IA2 RA plus R external. This is the expression. So there are n number of gate questions on this expression. So now one more point I would like to clear here now. IA1, IA2. It depends upon some varieties of load. For example, load है ना, कैसे load डाला इधर. If given as if constant torque load is given. What is if constant torque? मतलब क्या होता है? दोनों साइड में मतलब दोनों स्पीड पे लोड कांस्टेंट है. इसका मतलब क्या है? इधर T1 लोड डाला, इधर T2 लोड डाला, दोनों कांस्टेंट है. मतलब T1 which is equal to K phi 1 IA1. This is what it means. If constant torque is given means N1 स्पीड में T1 होगा, N2 स्पीड में T2 होगा, दोनों बराबर होना चाहिए. So K phi 1 IA1, K phi 2 IA2. I know the formula. I know phi 1 equal to phi 2. क्यों? Reason क्या है? IF1 equal to IF2. Phi 1 phi 2 equal होते क्या होगा? IA1 is equal to IA2. Look at here now, beauty. Even though you added the external resistance, आपने external resistance add कर दिया, फिर भी armature current में फर्क नहीं पड़ रही, provided आपका load is a kind of constant torque load. That is a scenario here now, and based on that you need to substitute here, then you will get obtain this one. Okay. And one thing is, only you can obtain the speeds less than the base speeds. Look at here now, if you draw the speed torque characteristics, speed versus torque. Shunt motor के लिए कैसे होगा speed versus torque characteristics? So this is drooping in nature. So for the same torque here now, this is the speed here now. Say this is at say resistance R external 1. I want to draw one more characteristics here. This is R external 2. So what is the speed here now? Corresponding to this external resistance, N2 is the speed. Corresponding to this resistance, N1 is the speed. What is the relation here now? R external 2 is greater than R external 1. So that N2 speed is less than N1. समझ गए ना बात? Means as the resistance increases, as resistance R increases, this is what? R external increases, speed decreases, that's all. So please mention that point, armature rheostatic control method. As the armature resistance is increased, speed of the motor decreases. Speed of the motor decreases. Okay. We'll solve one problem, gate question. There's a gate question here now. We'll solve one problem to understand this better. Shall I clear this screen? So I'm clearing it. Okay, fine. So let us do a problem. Look at the problem. A 220 volt DC machine, or DC shunt motor, drawing 22 amp current when running at 1000 RPM. Its shunt field resistance is 110 ohm and armature resistance is 1 ohm. Find the external resistance to be added to get a speed of 800 RPM. It is given. Constant torque is given. Constant torque load is acted. Constant torque load is acted. So look at the solution here now. DC shunt motor, let me show here now. Let me draw the DC shunt motor when the speed is at 1000 and voltage is 220. It is drawing 22 amps and shunt field resistance is 110 ohm. So IF 1, so armature current IA 1. This is the first one and it is running at a speed of 1000 RPM. Yeah, first IA armature current चाहिए. What is this value? IF निकालो. Every time you need to calculate IF. V by RSH 220 by RSH कितना है? 110 है. 2 amp by. So what will happen here now? IA you can write here now. IL which is equal to IF plus IA. This is 22 amps. Field current is 2 amps. Armature current. Armature current is 20 amps. You can write here. Now it is running at 800 RPM. 800 RPM में सिनेरियो में क्या करना 800 RPM में external resistance add करना R external. This is what R external here now. right? So voltage is 220, and now I don't know current here now how much. It can be new, it can be same, I don't know. IF and armature current. So field current, ये वाला केस में भी field current कितना होगा? There is no change, क्योंकि 220 by 110 same V, same RSH, 2 amps है. But your speed is 800 RPM. So expression क्या है? What is that expression? I was saying here now, N is proportional to E by 5, then V minus IA1 RA by 5. Every time I use this same expression, I don't by heart it, although I remember it. RA plus R external upon 5. Just take the ratio N1 by N2, V minus IA1 RA upon V minus IA2 RA plus R external. So what is that is unknown? N2 is unknown anyway, IA2 by N. Let me substitute one by one, you'll understand what is unknown. N2 is given, so 800, terminal voltage, supply voltage in fact, is 220 volts. Armature current, first current है ना, कितना आ रहा है? 20, RA is 1, 220, IA2, look at here now. IA2 कैसे कैलकुलेट कर सकते? IA2 के लिए R external पता नहीं, anyway we need to calculate. IA2 के लिए ये वाला हिंट दिया, कांस्टेंट टॉर्क लोड. इसका मतलब क्या है? इधर T1 एंड इधर T2 दोनों बराबर है. So we know K phi 1 IA1 is K phi 2 IA2. Just now I told you phi 1 phi 2 are equal. Shunt motor है, IA1 equal to IA2. IA1 and IA2 मतलब, what is IA2 here now? IA2 is same as IA1 is 20. अगर ये वाला constant torque करके नहीं दिया, तो what will happen here now? Something other data will be given or the current will be given directly. So 20 RA is armature resistance is 1 plus R external. Can you please calculate this? R external value I just randomly given, but please calculate. Normally is R external के value DC machine में, which is added in the armature, should be less than 5 ohms. It will be in the range of 125, 124 ohms, not more than that. So can you please calculate this? कितना रहे value? It's simple, right? Just 10 by 8. This is 200. And please do it. I don't have answer, just randomly given. Value definitely I know the range of value. It will be something around 1 to 4, 1 to 3, something like that. 5 ohms, around 5 ohms. Please calculate that. Simple. Is it 1? I can verify it. 1, if we keep it 1, 1 plus 1, 2, and 40 here. And this is 200, 200, 40. अपने 40 subtract करेगा. This is 180. Oh, 10 by 9. No, but also 10 by 8. Anjal, no, it won't be minus, Angel. Why minus? Okay, tell me. Okay, first to you, one by one, I'll ask one by one. What is this? Tell me this 10 by 8. 10 by 8 का value कितना है?
$1.25, sir.
Okay, this is 1.25. And 220 minus 20, this is 200. And 220 minus, separate कर रहा हूँ मैंने. 20 इधर minus 20 R external. ठीक है? So then this is how much? 200 minus 20 xt. 200 minus 20 rxt, which is equal to 200 by 1.25. 200 divided by 1.25. This is 160. That's all. R external 40 by 2. 2, that's all. Yeah. 200 minus 160, 40. 40 by 2 is this one. So R external is 2 ohms. Yeah, that's correct. 2 ohms. Yeah. Anyway, so R external value is kind of 2 ohms here now. So if you keep 2 ohms, then your speed will be 800 RPM. So previous it was 1000 RPM. So 800 kV extra resistance down there. Similarly, in the series also same thing. Even in case of the series generator also, if you look at the series generator, series motor, even the same thing. I'm just mathematically writing the expressions. V here and IL and IA. If this is running at N1 speed, so E by 5, E is V minus IA RA plus RSC upon 5. When this is extra resistance is added, I'm adding extra resistance here in series. and this one don't know this value, maybe I1. So RSC and IA2, N2 is proportional to same E by phi 2 V minus IA2 RA plus RSC and R external upon phi 2. What you can do, you can just, okay, by the way, you can take the ratio mathematically, N1 by N2 V minus IA1 RA plus RSC upon V minus IA2 RA plus RSC and phi 2 by phi 1. But like in phi 2 by phi 1 is nothing but IA2 by IA1. I know this, sir. These fluxes are proportional to armature current. दोनों series है ना? Armature current, series current. ISC and IA both are proportionate, both are equal in fact. इसलिए flux is depends upon the armature current. So I can just replace here now final expression N1 by N2, which is equal to V minus IA1 RSC okay, this is IA2 by IA1. And currents, if it is given, substitute. Otherwise, with constant torque, both the currents are equal. Then based on that, you can calculate. And series motor, we already seen torque proportional to IA square. You know this. Constant torque दिया तो IA1 square equal to IA2 square. IA1 equal to IA2. So IA1 by RA RSC V minus IA1 RA RS R external, you get cancelled some. If it is constant torque. Okay. Let me write it here now then. Case 1, if constant torque load is used, if constant torque load is used, T1 equal to T2, which means that IA1 equal to IA2. So then what will happen here? Expression N1 by N2 V minus IA1 RA plus RSC R external. That's all. If this is the one, if constant torque is given, otherwise this is the expression. You want a generalized test. This is a generalized. ये वाला सबसेट अगर T1 T2 दिया तो IA1 square equal to IA2 square, so IA1 equal to IA2, दोनों करंट बराबर है, so ये दोनों कैंसिल हो जाएगा, ये दोनों एक करंट रिप्लेस करो, so मैंने रिप्लेस कर दिया, so you can keep IA1 if you want, दोनों सेम है ना, IA1 you can keep that. That's about the series motor armature resistance control. So in दोनों में क्या speed is obtained less than the base speeds. If you draw the characteristics here now, so if you look at this, speed versus torque, इसका characteristics क्या है? This is what I have, speed versus torque hyperbolic. When the constant torque is there, and for example, external resistance is R external 1, this is R external, then its characteristics will be kind of comes down when more resistance is added. Why? Because you can see here now, the speed also decreases. So at the same torque, first case में क्या है? First case में N1 speed है, second case में N2 speed है. So your N2 is less than N1. As the resistance increases, speed decreases. To make out that. Okay, just copy that also. No, don't. Okay, anyway. I forgot to stop this annotation. Yeah, now you can draw. Okay, then if you have any doubt, just let me know. Otherwise, I can wind up for the day. This topic is important. मैंने बताया पहले ही बताया स्पीड कंट्रोल important है. एक क्वेश्चन कंपलसरी आता है आपको. ठीक है. Okay. Okay, then I'll stop here then. If you don't have any doubts, and I'll stop. Clear, Saho? Okay, good. Thank you. So any other guys? What about you? Bhaskar, Angel, Sujita, Anchal. What about you guys? If you have anything, please let me know, because the members are less, so it is good opportunity for you to ask more doubts and make it more understand. Okay? Because I can ask individually, right? People are less, so I can talk to individual also. Okay, Anchal, Angel. Okay, then thank you. Okay, thank you guys. Then tomorrow morning we'll see for the power electronics. Right? Okay, then bye-bye.